Hello, Capricorn. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Tarot Illuminati by Eric C. Dunn. I don't believe there's a website, at least I didn't find one yet, but it's a relatively new deck. Supportive Oracle cards, Queen of the Moon Oracle by Stacey DeMarco. There is a website for this one, rockpoolpublishing.com.au. A as in apple, U as in umbrella. They're at the bottom right there. So if you want to search that out, you can search that out. Okay, I'm going to... Okay. Okay. There's a lot of cards out here already. Well... Alright, so there is a lot of cards out here. I think you're going to be more in control by the end of this. Let's find out. When we start off, you got the Power card, which is telling me I feel like you're the energy, like you're the gas to the engine. You're keeping things going. You're that energy that keeps it moving forward, that keeps the situation alive. But it's kind of like the focus, and it's kind of like you're the gas to the engine. But it's like the engine has other issues. You know what I mean? It's kind of like you may be the gas to the engine, but what's going on with the spark plugs? What's going on with the pistons? What's going on with the other pieces of this engine? You know, you may be the fuel that goes into it, but what's going on with the actual situation? And I'm getting like, there's a lot of focus here to make things work out and to keep things working right. I'm getting there's something about this because it's kind of like for me, like I don't know a lot about engines, not really. So I'm like, there's something that isn't right there, but it's kind of like that's not my forte. I just keep the situation moving. I put in the energy I need to. I need to do what I need to do. It's making me think of a Capricorn who works in a big factory, and it's kind of like he was very good at getting his job done and doing what he needed to do, but like the work coming in, the people buying the contracts or getting things sold, or you know the work actually being there, that wasn't in his hands. His hands were to get the work done, the actual work that was needed to be done. And I'm getting there's something like that. There's like a component to this that it's not really your job to make sure whatever this other piece is going on. You're the fuel. You're not the actual engine. Somebody else has to make sure that engine works properly. You're just the fuel that has the energy to get it going and keep it going. And I'm getting like this isn't working. Like something isn't working here because focus for you is kind of like I do my part. I get my part done, so you need to do your part. And you have to depend on these other people to do their part. And I'm getting the balance here is kind of like, is that really happening? I'm getting... For a while, it does seem to work out, but as soon as that balance is kind of in jeopardy, then we have other problems. And then, even though you may be the gas, it's kind of like you can put gas in a motor, but if the motor doesn't work, you're not going anywhere anyway. Just because you have enough gas and the energy to do it, if the situation is not functionable any longer, it's not going to matter. And I keep going forward, and it's kind of like this is a situation where you've seen problems before. There's a history to this, and I'm getting that history is coming forward again. The purity with the Six of Cups coming in is like I'm getting that history. I'm getting this feeling like this has happened before. We've had some issues before. It's worked itself out before, but it's kind of like no, Capricorn is realistic. You're looking at this like just because it worked itself out before doesn't mean it's guaranteed it's going to work out again. And you seem to be very realistic about that. Like, here we go again. Last time it worked out, but I don't know if the same things are going to play in. Because even though you're the gas, again, you're the energy keeps it going, keeps it going, keeps it going. It's kind of like I'm seeing problems here. the engine's starting to have issues. It's starting to come apart. It's not working like it should be. Somebody needs to fix it. Somebody needs to take care of it and maintain it. And they're not. Somebody is not doing that. We're very engine oriented right now for some reason. It's interesting. Now, the situation, it's gone through this before, is what I'm getting. this is this is like stressful for me, and that's why I'm kind of like doing this, because I'm already feeling the stress from this. There's the self-love, protection, and right on top of it all is the Seven of Swords. So with this situation, however it fixed itself last time, or whatever made it work right last time, I'm getting that element is no longer, something is not there any longer. So if it was like, for example, again with that, factory situation where somebody else had to make sure the work was there for the Capricorn to do it, the person who fixed it last time might not be there anymore. The person who knows how to fix it might not be there anymore, because I'm getting that Seven of Swords, but it kind of like, I'm almost feeling like maybe that position has been vacant for a while. Maybe the person who fixed it last time has been gone for a while. And when this is going a little kaflunky, I'm getting like other people are looking at their own needs and their own wills and what they need to do. And I'm getting like they're trying to stay out of it. I feel like people are just not doing anything with it. That protection is very interesting, because it may be something where somebody else is seeing it kind of start to fall in on itself again. The engine's screwing up. It needs to be maintained. It's starting to break down. And they're like, that's too much for me. And the person who knew how to fix it is no longer here, and I'm not going to be a part of it. So somebody else might be leaving during this time as well. So whatever's going on, whatever the situation, the original person who fixed it may have already been gone, and then somebody else is also leaving, or either that or that person is leaving. Because I'm getting the Seven of Swords. Somebody's like, I'm not going to do this time. I'm not going to be a part of it. This is very ironic to me where it's coming in next, because you're being very patient with it, kind of like, all right, what's coming next? That person's not going to do it, and somebody else just left. Okay, they're not going to do it, but who is? And you're patient at first, but I feel like you're seeing the wheel turn here, and patience turns into panic is what I'm getting. Kind of like, okay, I was being patient, and I can't do that job, but now I'm not seeing anybody take that place. Like, what's going to happen now? What's going to go on? That's just like, it's kind of like if you're a carpenter and you need somebody to do electronics, you're like, I don't do electronics, I do carpentry. I don't set up fuse boxes, I don't get, I don't put in lights, I don't put in switches, I don't make sure doors open and close on their own. I don't do that. That's not my forte. I'm a carpenter. I do carpentry work. That's not my thing. So it's kind of like the wheel is turning, and it's like, I can't do anything about it. I can't change what's happening here. And I'm seeing the writing on the wall, like, I think this situation is about done. I'm getting like, again, you're the gas to the motor, but if the motor's not working, you can have all the power you want, but you can't make, if it's seized up and it's not going to work, it's not going to work. If the rest of the situation fails, it doesn't matter how good you are, you can't do it all by yourself. And I'm getting here the Ten of Pentacles with the Two of Cups. A new opportunity a really good opportunity is showing itself to you at this time. And for you, you got the extremes. You're not comfortable with this. This is not a comfortable moment for you, yet there are good cards here, which is telling me a very much better possibility, a much better situation is here. But I feel like it's the change. How it's changing over is very uncomfortable for you. And it's kind of like, all right, wait a minute. Did it fail? Is it done? And you don't like to jump right into something without being able to look at it. But it's kind of like, I need to go. It's kind of like, this situation is done. There's no power here. There's no nothing here. There's no heat. There's no nothing. And somebody else is saying, well, we're going. Come on with us. You can come with us. And you're like, I don't even know where they're going. But you're kind of like, I need to go somewhere. So it's kind of like, the factory's shut down, but like people are like, well, we're going to go over a couple cities over. It's like 4 hours away. And we're going to see if we can get something going there. And you're like, it's almost like a whole new job 4 hours away. I have a life, a house, and everything here. I don't know if I can, but then it's kind of like I have to do it. It's a better opportunity. It's kind of like you take that first step forward, the next steps will unfold later. It's like 4 hours away. It's like, that's kind of blowing me away. Kind of like, that's a lot. But it's kind of like, well, I need to make money. I need to make a living. That's kind of the feeling I'm getting here. So if I have to go 4 hours away to do it, then I guess I have to do that. I'm going to have to make it work out. I'm going to have to figure out how to do it, and we're going to have to make changes based on this because I have to make a living. It's a really good opportunity, But I'm also getting like the path here with the fear, because I think that's like the 4 hour away thing. That's really pertinent to this, because that's like, that freaks me out. Like, I have to change my whole life. I have to change where I live. I have to sell things. I have to move. I have to make new friends. I have to do all this stuff. And I have to make sure this new path is going to work for me. Again, it's an analogy, but that's how this feels. Like, this is a lot. There may be a lot of success there. It might be a very stable, more satisfying situation. The job itself might be really great if it's a job thing or whatever the situation is, but it's like 4 hours away. And to take it, even though it's a great opportunity for me, it means I have to change a lot of other things, and that freaks me out. There's the resistance here, because there's success here for you. The question is, are you going to allow it to come in? Because it's big changes. That's the fear. This is big changes. Big changes happening a lot faster than you want them to. But it's kind of like, I also feel kind of like pushed against the wall. Like, how much of a choice do I really have? I can choose to not take that, but then I might have nothing. I may have nothing else. Like, I may just sit here and just have nothing. And, like, that's my choice. Have nothing or go that way and do that. Like, it's a choice, but it's like, is it really a choice? Like, is that something that you're really going to be able to do? Be like, well, I guess I'll just have nothing. The Emperor comes in on your side with the trust. It will work out. You're going to have to push it forward. I feel like this is a very quick... For you, it's quick. It's uncomfortable, but it will be satisfying. It will be successful. This might be one of those things where it may take you a good year before you're comfortable again. Not because it's a hard situation, like hard for you to do, but it's just like nothing feels stable and secure for a good year. You got released with the devil. The trick with the devil with your reading. The devil card is sometimes the card that talks about Capricorn presence, like Capricorn is there, or just denotes Capricorn energy. This is something that's going to be difficult for you to accept. The sooner you release it, the sooner you let go of that pain, the more things will go in your direction. I feel like once you make your decision, you're still going to be having trouble with it. Because it's kind of like, the way it's happening, I'm not comfortable with. I don't like the way this is playing out. This is not stable. This doesn't make sense. This happened too quickly. Even though you're having success, it's the way it's playing out. I don't like it. I don't like to be forced to go somewhere 4 hours away. I don't know if I really have a choice. The other choice is not something I like. So we're making these changes. It will be more in your favor in the long run, but I feel like during the change itself, it will be difficult. It will feel difficult. I just feel like I don't feel at peace for like a year. But once everything's stabilized and where it needs to be, and I feel like, well, all right, well, that was a one-time situation. I don't have to do that again. I should be secure here. I feel much better. Peace does come, but it seems like it takes a long time to get there. And I feel like you're kind of forced into this to do things this way. You don't really have the choice. Even though I'm technically saying I do see a choice there, but I feel like to you it's kind of like, you know, keep a job, keep my life a standard of living, I just got to change everything and move everything, or have nothing and just be like, I hope it works out, and just like, what? Scrimp and what am I going to do? I have nothing. Like, nothing isn't really feeling like an option to me. So it's kind of like I do feel forced, because I'm just not going to sit here with nothing. I'm not going to let that happen to me. Anything else with this? It will pass. Okay. I'm going to shut this down here. I hope this helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you. Oh, and there's also the donation information's at the bottom too. Thank you very much, if you're interested, of course.